Hello, 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 hello. Mwah. One more hello. Good afternoon, my beautiful people out there in YouTube land. How are you this beautiful Sunday afternoon? It is the beautiful day that the Lord has made, and I am rejoicing in it. How about you? Absolutely. I know you are too. Absolutely. You are thankful and grateful to be alive today, aren't you? Absolutely. Guys, lots of challenges, but you know, you've got to have challenges, right? In life, you do not grow, guys, without challenges. People expect to grow in this life, but they don't want to go through challenges. And I'm telling you, you've got to have challenges. I'm going to also have another caveat to give to you because I had so many calls this morning and text messages to respond to. I haven't gotten a chance to answer all my text messages. Good morning to you, all my beautiful people out there. Whoever message I've not responded to, you know the drill. In the mornings, I do my news, and so I can't do a lot of answering to text messages and phone calls, right? I did as much as I could this morning. It's caused me to run late, one. Also, I didn't even get a chance to read the news this morning, guys. So I'm telling you, whatever news I'm giving you is the headline that caught my attention. I have not read the stories, so I'm going to be reading them with you. So we're going to be surprised at the same time today. Yes, because I'm going to be reading them live to you, and I'm going to be surprised because I did not read them before, because I didn't have a chance to read them before because of all that was happening this morning, right? Because I had to take some phone calls this morning, and so it has caused me to be running behind. Good day, my cousin Dora is online. Thank you, my darling, all the way from New York. Thank you. Good morning. It is a good day to you too, my love, and welcome to Omega Live, guys. Welcome to Omega Live with JJ, Woman Without Borders. It is Sunday, July 12th, 2020, and I am so happy that you have decided to spend some time with me this afternoon. It's only an hour long, right? So not much time, but I really appreciate you taking the time to spend it with me. I really do appreciate it. I don't take it for granted at all, guys. Absolutely. You know, I'm here as a student of knowledge to help you, my fellow students of knowledge, to make informed decisions. So I give you the news as I get it. That's what I do, right? I read the news and I give you my 2 cents on it. Okay, so like I said, my 2 cents is going to be very fresh because I'm going to be reading the news with you because I did not read it before. I only caught the headlines, and so bear with me. All right, we're going to be surprised together. Okay, guys, so you know the drill. If it's your first time, by the way, a very special welcome to you. Welcome. What we do here, guys, you share the link with your friends and family and invite them to watch the program because I give information. I tell you the news. I give you my 2 cents. Thank you for my thumbs up. Yes, I appreciate it. Keep those thumbs up coming, guys. YouTube like to see thumbs up on YouTubers pages, right? So definitely on their channel. So definitely give me those thumbs up, guys. Keep those thumbs up coming, and subscribe to the channel, guys. If it is that the feed fall for any reason at all, if you are subscribed, then you will automatically get back onto the program. But I cannot. I sent out the link this morning, guys. I cannot send back the link again once I am on the program. So if it falls and you are not subscribed, you will not know that I am back online. So you got to subscribe, guys, and hit that notification bell so that YouTube can notify you that I am live. Okay, absolutely, guys. And remember, I'm on social media platforms, Omega News JA on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. You can go over there, guys, and like, comment, and share. Absolutely. So you know the dream. My long-term is, thank you for my subscribers. I love you all, my subscribers. Continue to subscribe, guys. Absolutely. And you know the drill by now, right? I give you the news, then I give you my 2 cents. So without further ado, let me go into the news this afternoon. So as at 5 p.m. July 11th, 2020, that's yesterday, right? Today, the 12th, absolutely. Jamaica has 758 confirmed cases of the coronavirus disease, COVID-19. The 5 new cases, which are all imported, pushed to 240 the total number of imported cases of the COVID-19. The total cohort of 758 consists of 426 females, 332 males. And I'm going to give you some more details today. Island-wide has the figures stuck up island-wide, guys. So, yes, thank you for my thumbs up. Keep those thumbs up coming. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it. Yes, indeed. So, St. Catherine leads the pack, guys. St. Catherine leads the pack, as you would have known, because of that Alarico cluster, that workplace cluster of 236 persons. So St. Catherine leads with 333 confirmed cases of coronavirus disease, and Kingston and St. Andrew is second with 171 cases. Third place goes to St. James, lagging way behind with 55 confirmed cases. St. Anne is not far behind in fourth place, guys. St. Anne has 46 cases. The other cases broken down. I'll just give them to you, not in any particular order, but we have Hanover with 5 cases. Westmoreland has 19 cases. St. Elizabeth has 17 cases. Trelawney, 5 cases. Manchester has 22 cases. Clarendon has 39 cases. St. Mary has 27 cases. Portland with 15 cases. And St. Thomas with the least, they only have 4 places. Remember, guys, I tell you, God has a sense of humor, doesn't he? God has a sense of humor, because all of this started in St. Thomas, right? Supposedly, right? And St. Thomas ends up with 4 cases, only 4 cases that are reported in St. Thomas. Well, actually, it was actually Bull Bay. It was Bull Bay. Bull Bay is not in St. Bull Bay is in St. Andrew. Yeah, that's where it started. Yeah, that first case on March 10th, 2020. Yeah, but anyway, St. Thomas only has 4 cases, guys. Continuing, meanwhile, there has been 12 new recoveries over the past 48 hours, bringing to 615 the total number of persons who have recovered from COVID-19. So as you can see, guys, we still only have 10 deaths. It's not a death sentence, right? And we know it's not. We knew from day one it wasn't. Now they're telling us what we already knew. And I said my 2 cents, and I said unapologetically, what is killing off these people is not COVID-19. Yeah, Jamaica does not have a good healthcare system. Jamaicans do not practice infection control measures, generally speaking, the exceptions, generally speaking, the right infection control measures. The Jamaicans are not wearing their mask as you go on the road. You see them. I was in the town yesterday, and no, very, very few people had masks on in the vehicle that I was traveling to, the public transportation. And the driver, when we got to the checkpoint, the driver was telling people to put on their mask because we're going through a checkpoint with the police and soldiers because people don't wear their mask. You understand what I'm saying? So it's not that we have this efficient system or and all that. So all is it that therefore we only have 10 persons dying because COVID-19 is not what is killing off people. You understand? And I maintain that. Yeah. Okay. So anyways, and we also know, though, that we do have the number of 758. What we have, remember, I said, guys, these are confirmed cases. They're confirmed cases, meaning that these are what the Ministry of Health is reporting. But we already know that there are a lot more people in Jamaica who have COVID-19. We are not being tested because, as you have been told, how the testing is operates. Everybody's not being tested. Many people are not being tested, right? And going forward, many people still will not be tested because we have been told persons coming into the island will not be tested unless they have symptoms, and only persons with symptoms in Jamaica will be tested. So all you people walking around who are asymptomatic, that means you have no symptom and you have COVID-19. Hello, yeah. But we're told it is a new norm. You understand? You have to live with COVID-19 because COVID-19 is with us to stay, because COVID-19 is like influenza. It's like any other flu. All right, guys. So, yeah, that's my little 2 cents on that in that regard. So, the front page of today's Sunday Gleaner, I have not gotten a hard copy of it. Yeah, I didn't go for my in a walk this morning. Normally on a Sunday morning, if I walk on a Sunday morning, I pick up a copy of the paper. But this morning I did not walk. I went to the beach yesterday, and and so my muscles are sore. Swimming is a good exercise, guys. If you want to exercise every muscle in your body, that's what you want to do, then swimming is the best thing to do that. There's only one other activity that actually trumps that, but swimming is the best activity to exercise all your muscles. So I did that yesterday, and I'm a bit sore. So I was like, this morning I wasn't going to do any walking, so I did not walk this morning, and so I did not get a chance to purchase its paper. However, the Sunday paper is online, as you know, and so let me show you what the front page looks like. That's the front page of the paper. Yeah. Okay. So, yeah, it says, big headline, bitter medicine. What are they talking about, right? Bitter medicine. Like I said, guys, I did not read the full article, but the headline caught my attention, and so I read a little bit, and so I'm going to read the article with you. But let me give you the intro. Let me give you the intro to it. So, meanwhile, in spite of the country's need of healthcare orders to fight the COVID-19 pandemic, alleged budgetary constraints caused by the outbreak has forced several hospitals to not be able to employ new doctors. However, in a press briefing recently, the chief medical officer, Dr. Jacqueline Bisesa McKenzie, also advised that the shortages were due to some foreign doctors not being certified to practice in Jamaica. And you would have recalled, guys, that I gave you that story as it occurred, because I watched a press briefing the very next day. I told you what the CMO had said with regard to that, because the question was asked that there was a rumor. And you know what I tell you about things, guys, that if you not go so, it never go so, right? As I tell you about these conspiracy theories that they want you to disavow or to discredit. And I say, pay attention to them, because something is always, a nugget of truth is always in it. Absolutely. So we heard that there were rumors going around that many of the Cuban doctors who came into the island were unemployed. They were here and not really working, because people have been asking, what happened to these Cuban doctors? They came into the island and they're not working. What's going on? And other doctors are here, guys. And we heard the rumors that doctors were here not working. In spite of the fact that we have so many need for our doctors, what was going on? And so the CMO was forced to confess that, guess what? Just like in any other country anywhere as you go into the world, doctors have to be certified in that particular jurisdiction to work. Like when our doctors go to the US, for example, they have to pass an exam over there to be certified to work over there. So the same thing when doctors come to Jamaica, they have to do an exam here in Jamaica and be certified to work here in Jamaica. So that's one of the reasons many of them are not employed at the moment, even though we have a shortage for them. So anyway, it become a big story on the front page of today's paper. So the article says, ironically, the very health crisis that Jamaica is battling has reportedly pressured the country's resources so severely that it has caused a number of doctors to be out of work. So here they are saying that the cause is due to budgetary constraints, lack of money to actually pay them, including some of those Cuban doctors who came recently. Among the doctors affected are 6 specialists at the University Hospital of the West Indies, UHWI, the senior house officers, the SHOs, who, after completing medical school, referring to here in Jamaica, and a 2-year internship, were offered posts in hospitals across the Southeast Regional Health Authority, SERA. However, the Sunday Gleaner understands that even after successful interviews at these institutions, several doctors are still awaiting confirmation of their contracts by the Ministry of Health and Wellness and SERA, the region most affected. Some doctors reportedly started working at hospitals, but their services were later terminated, and an explanation given that they could not be accommodated under current financial budgets. The development has angered Dr. Elon Thompson, president of the Jamaica Medical Doctors Association, JMDA, who, while confirming the reports reaching the Sunday Gleaner, said he was still tallying the growing number of formal complaints reaching his office from distressed doctors awaiting jobs. So far, at least 20 doctors have filed direct complaints. At least 20 doctors are unemployed during this COVID-19 pandemic, guys. Quote, I find it unacceptable, especially in this time where we have a pandemic, and especially for persons who would have been told that they are going to have a job, end quote. He argued, disclosing that in the SERA area alone, 19 doctors turned up to one hospital and were turned away, while at another facility, 20 doctors were sent home. So that's 39 doctors unemployed. Quote, I suspect there are many more, but they are still waiting to see what happens. The Sunday Gleaner understands that the Kingston Public and Spanish Town hospitals, as well as the Bustamante Hospital for Children, are among the institutions currently affected as the country battles the dreaded coronavirus disease 2019, rising shooting rates, and burgeoning motor vehicle accidents. Quote, there has been no discussion with the union to say there have been some challenges and there are going to be some doctors without jobs, Thompson stated. The minister said $1.7 billion was allocated to PPE, that is, your personal protective equipment, right? And that it was money well spent. Although we still have a shortage of that. After spending $1.7 billion with a B, guys, on PPE, we still have a shortage of PPEs. Yet you have the human resource out there without a job. So you spent $1.7 million on PPE while you still have human resources out there without a job because you can't afford to pay your doctors. He added, they were not informed before, no dialogue with the union, and yet you are hearing that there are money problems. This is ridiculous. And it just means that the management systems we have in place are poor. But we already know that, don't we? Noting that he was never copied on a letter which last month relayed the predicament to 6 UHWI specialists, Thompson said, essentially, the same challenges, referring to the financial challenges, are being faced up at UHWI. In the letter, UHWI's Department of Surgery outlined that financial constraints induced by COVID-19 paired with the decision of the University of the West Indies to defer May-June 2020 DM examinations, this is what the CMO was talking about, have forced a change in the process of resident intake at the UHWI. So basically, the exam that they were supposed to have done in June because of COVID-19, right, that exam was deferred. So hence part of the challenge that they're facing, yeah? Further to the appointment, meetings held on June 9th, the committee decided that employment contract for the chief residents cleared for final exams and have been assessed by their supervisors having completed their training will not be renewed by the UHWI. The letter advised the affected practitioners to seek jobs at other institutions. This same UHWI guys, where remember Jodie Ferron? Yeah, where she died after giving birth at Spanish Town Hospital. That same UHWI. Yeah, because of short of staff. Yeah. Only 7 new residents have been taken in since this month, it continued, and quote, of the other residents who were accepted to the various DM programs, we are currently unable to offer jobs at the UHWI, end quote. One doctor, lamenting her disappointment, shared a letter with the Sunday Cleaner advising her that the hospital could no longer accommodate her days after she took up a post there. And I will stop because the stories are very long and I have more news to give to you, so I'll stop there. Yeah, guys. Oh, I just want to give one more piece as I'm scrolling through. Like I said, I did not read the story before. Okay, but as I'm going through, I'm reading it with you. Right. So I see a part that I want to read to you. That is a comment that is made by a doctor lamenting. And this is what the person said. Quote, they bring in doctors from Cuba, but they are saying that they can't afford to pay their own doctors. How is that? How is it that you can afford to pay them, but not us? Questioned this doctor, right? Okay, so one little part. In a recent when Dr. Tufton was in Parliament, Dr. Christopher Tufton, on Tuesday, Dr. Christopher Tufton announced in Parliament that after approximately $6 billion budgeted by the government to tackle the dreaded coronavirus, so far they have spent some $3.8 billion, but clearly not on doctors. Yeah? All right, guys. Continuing with the news. Excuse me. You can form your own conclusion to that one. I'm not going to give you much more on that in terms of comment. Yeah. 4 men have been charged with the double murder of Jermaine Jones and Helen Cameron 3 weeks ago in Clarendon. The men were killed on the John Saul Main Road in the Central Parish on June 26th. Oh, sorry. The 4 men were charged with murder, conspiracy to commit murder, illegal possession of firearms and ammunition. Illegal possession of ammunition. These men are 40-year-old Charles McCleary, a bus driver, 19-year-old Sean Gilzine, laborer, 21-year-old Conroy Cadogan, a call center agent, and 35-year-old Kemar Francis. Francis is from a Clarendon address, while the others are all from St. Catherine. The police alleges that at about 4:50 p.m. on June 26, the four men who were traveling in two separate motor cars ambushed Jones and Cameron, who were traveling in a Toyota Hiace motor vehicle, and shot them. Both injured men were pronounced dead at the hospital. They say quick action by the police led to the interception of the vehicles in which the accused men were traveling. A search was conducted by the Caribbean Search Center, and one Smith & Wesson 40mm pistol with 6.40 cartridges and a Beretta 9mm pistol were found hidden inside compartments of the vehicle. Ballistic comparisons confirmed that the firearms seized were used to kill James and Cameron. The four accused are to appear in the Clarendon Parish Court on Thursday, July 16th. And 49-year-old Abraham Lawrence, the mentally challenged man who has been in lockup at the St. Catherine Adult Correctional Center for more than 25 years, was set free on Friday when he appeared before the Santa Cruz Parish Court in St. Elizabeth. Before declaring that Lawrence was free to go, presiding Judge Anne-Marie Granger told the court that she had now received a psychiatric evaluation report on Lawrence, as well as a report from the probation officer who went to the home of Lawrence's brother and made an assessment of his living conditions. His brothers Sylvan and Llewellyn Lawrence were overjoyed that he had been finally released. They told the Gleaner that their brother's release meant that the family could start their lives all over again. Abraham made his first appearance in the Black River Parish Court last Friday, where he was granted bail in the sum of $10,000 and released into the custody of his elder brothers. His brother Sylvan Lawrence was almost in tears following Abraham's freedom. He sought to correct claims that his brother was in lockup since 1999, saying he had been taken away from his family since 1994. Quote, "Me just wish my mother and father were alive to see him come home back." Today, referring to yesterday. My mother, or the day before, sorry. My mother always talk about him and wish him would have come home one day. Abraham was arrested in 1994 after he reportedly smashed the side glass of a police service vehicle during a dispute with men in his community. And I would have given you that story before a couple of weeks ago, yeah? The mentally ill man was held at the St. Catherine Adult Correctional Facility over the past 20-odd years. Yes, this guy is another one of those stories where he said this is the third mentally ill or so-called mentally ill person who has been released as a result of being behind bars, right, for more than 20 years, right? One was behind bars for 50 years. And if you did not see those reports, you can go back into my live and watch my previous episode where I talk about that. You see the system that we're talking about, guys. This is the same system we're talking about. We're saying that the system is corrupt and broken between the health system and the education system and the justice system, right? All of these systems, they need fixing. Yeah, they need fixing. Anyways, I want to continue. As I'm still on the health system, one more health system story. So, in an interview with Loop News on Thursday, 43-year-old Karsha Johnson Sinclair, who allegedly plunged to her death in a shoot at the National Chest Hospital, is demanding answers from the hospital and have retained a prominent attorney to represent its interest. In the interview, Johnson said the family is insisting on the provision of CCTV footage to show what occurred that led to his wife's death. Sinclair said, because of his wife's medical challenges at the time, she could not walk for even a minute without being supplied with oxygen, and questioned how she supposedly walked for some distance and managed to climb upon a bin to go down into the ventilator chute. Sinclair also said he has not been able to go to the work go to work since the incident, as since the news of his wife's death broke, his boss has been of the view that he has been exposed to the COVID-19 virus. He said he won't be able to go back to work until he gets a clean bill of health from medical authorities.